Hello and welcome to this evening's UKHC speaker interview. Tonight I am joined by Graham Webber, who will be presenting to this year's UK Hypnosis Convention on the subject of helping with the front line, a soldier's perception. Graham began using hypnosis following a love of magic and time spent with Anthony Jacquin and the Head Hackers. However, when he found that a colleague was suffering with PTSD, he began to look into how hypnosis could help. He did a diploma with the UK Hypnosis Academy and later began to teach for them. So welcome, Graham, to this evening's interview. It's nice to see you.
Likewise, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you could just tell us a little bit about your presentation this year. I've read on the information that you provided to us that your intention is to give the audience an understanding of the military mind. So maybe you could expand on that.
Yeah, so I was at the convention last year and I was thinking about what could I give as a therapist. A lot of people, we're all there, we all know hypnosis already. But what could I give that's something different, something unique? And then the fact that, I'm still a serving soldier. I'm a sergeant in the British Army. So I've got a lot of friends who've been through things, I've been through things. And it was more just, it's about how we talk, how we break things down. I naturally have to be very conscious of how I talk when I'm speaking in these forums, because sometimes my language changes and deviates. And I know as a military perspective, when soldiers think about therapists, they don't feel like they're understood. We have all got it's a different shell around us, I believe. So what my aim is to do is to pass over that information that I know, bits that I've been through, experiences of where I've been, and how and what it is that we're taught, and put concrete to us as a person. We are regimented in different ways, and it's them little bits that I want to be able to share, so you understand. For example, what a section commander is, what their job is, why would they be thinking in the way that they think, why is it that what do the words mean that we say? So you as a therapist in your therapy room don't end up stopping the person and go, sorry, what does that mean? Which loses your rapport, which loses your credibility a little bit, which then would naturally knock down them blocks of a therapist. Yeah.
So the presentation is aimed, would you say, primarily or exclusively to therapists that are working with soldiers, or do you think there are transferable skills in there that other hypnotherapists can?
Well, like I say, it's not that I'm teaching the skills, it's more that I'm just giving you the knowledge. So if ever you have a soldier who contacts you, if you've never worked with them before, but let's say you live somewhere near Catterick or Colchester or anywhere that which has a military presence, and there's always a chance that you're going to see a soldier, or for example a veteran. Veterans are very hard to drop their ways of what they've learned. And when they come in and start talking, if they're talking about something that went on during their period in the army, all of a sudden you understand that little bracket of what the information is. So you're not like I said, you're going to break up that conversation that you're having.
Okay, so you'll be able to generate more rapport simply
Absolutely.
by being able to understand their background and their experience a little bit.
And I'm kind of lucky as well, because I'm presenting on the Sunday, and the Sunday's the 10th of November, and it's actually Remembrance Day as well. And I'm due to be coming on at 11:15, so it's quite an honour of a time for me to be able to present, talking about the subject that I'm talking about, in a time where we remember fallen soldiers as well. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. Would you say that this understanding is aimed at a particular style of hypnotherapy, or a particular type of protocol or technique, or it's really a framework and an understanding that hypnotherapists can take with them?
Much more a framework, because we all have, there's multiple approaches out there now, and it could be obviously it's much more for someone who's going to be talking to get the not content free. And if someone wants to just talk, even if it's over a conversation on the telephone at first, when someone wants to think about booking in, if they're saying something, like I say, it's about being able to build up that picture of the avatar of the soldier, and regardless of what they're going to be saying, you can understand them. If it's during hypnosis, I'm going to be making a sheet and that together, which you can have with you. So during that, you can utilise some of the words that they've mentioned during, and you could always utilize in the hypnosis as well, which will emphasize it a little bit. Also understanding just the whole build up of everything that's going forward. You know, like I say, anything that when they've gone through, if they're mentioning their training that they could have been through, if they're mentioning operations that they may have been on, little bits and bobs like that, that you again can take away, that you can understand a lot easier. So when it comes to mentioning it again, you know you're using it in the right context, which is always very valuable.
Okay. And so what do you think then hypnotherapists in the audience can expect to learn and to apply in their work with clients specifically as a result of this presentation?
Yeah, so like I say, the biggest thing to get from it is that overall understanding. Now, I know there's a lot of therapists who've been ex-military already, and so there's a lot of people who've got the understanding. But it's like those people who just don't necessarily understand it. So when you see a soldier, why is it that they act like that? You know, we tend to be a bit more, not necessarily party goers, but we can be known for drinking a little bit more excessively. We can be known for being louder. Some people can be known for being more abrupt, aggressive, or different ways. And what's the reason for that? Why is it that the PTSD stigma is attached to it? What is it that's specific, like I said before, to a section commander or someone? What is a section commander? What is it I'm talking about in the first place? So straight away breaking that down and understand the levels. Okay. What is the core values that we are taught? And so why is it that we and it's stuff that we absolutely stick on all the time. You know, this is all the little different things that we break down. For example, you could have technical trades that you're talking about. What is it that's going through their troubles? You know, the different qualifications and things that they're going through, exam stress, such like that, which is sometimes, in some cases, exactly the same as civilians. But, you know, again, you've got that level of where they're talking about what they're doing and how to understand it. What's the physical terminology that they're using, about methods of movement and things like that.
Okay. So it'll be looking at not just kind of the lingo and the language that is used in the military, but also the types of behaviour that become entrenched kind of because of really...
Yeah, because from the day you join up, not indoctrinated, you're regimented, you're put into a way of be the right time, right place, right uniform at all the times. So and like I say, I'll be going through my personal experiences of things that I've been through in time, and then breaking it down for there, and how when I've met people, I've got a friend who's been through incidents and stuff that I'll be talking through and breaking that down as well. And like I say, it's just to be able to give that full information of exactly how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that within your work with soldiers, there's a lot of PTSD type work that you do, and I'm guessing that, you know, this kind of understanding takes place within that framework.
Absolutely. Well, like we say, intent is massive in hypnosis, but and a lot of the time you can't get your right intent unless you understand completely what's going forward. So like I say, for me, and a big thing, as it said before, I started off as a street hypnotist and then did a bit of stage work, and then I started getting into hypnosis as therapy. Mm-hmm. So for me, rapport is massive, especially in my magic and stuff. For anyone who's seen me in the bar, the past conventions, you know, I'm usually there with a deck of cards or something doing magic. So rapport for me is huge, and can be dropped as soon as you drop rapport. It doesn't matter what you do in front of the person, you just don't get that same reaction anymore. And that's like I say, I just want it for other squaddies. You know, if they're not coming to see me or anything and they go to see anyone else, they know that person's going to actually be understanding them. So then going forward, you have that different. Yeah. You know, sorry, go on.
No, go on ahead, please.
I was just going to say, I did a little run through a couple of weeks ago with a little group that I run. And everyone took something away, especially the people who know veterans as well, and could finally, when they finished it, they could understand and piece together why they may be acting in that way. So, like, for example, if someone's got a friend who's a veteran, and it's not even necessarily about doing work, my main aim is that you can understand them a little bit better. So when you are talking to them, even if it's just ends up being conversational sort of therapy, you can help them that a little bit better and make things at ease and make them realise that they are normal, human, whatever that is. None of us truly know what that is, but just making them realise that regardless, everything's all right, really.
Yeah, because I'm guessing that it's a difficult environment to come forward for therapy in, that there may be a stigma attached, or, that it may be difficult to say that, you feel that you need therapy. So when you get to the point of seeing the therapist, you want to feel understood.
Yeah, definitely. That 100%, you nail on the head there. And it is that straight away, you don't just want to. Soldiers they don't like to be blagged. They can smell it from a mile off. At the end of the day, they put their trust into that person who they know they're going to follow. And it's exactly the same for me with a therapist. If you don't believe you're going to follow that, but I've done multiple bits of training before I did my diploma, and we've all been there. You know who's right and who's not right for you.
Yeah.
And it's about putting that feeling, that belief into yourself, so you are going to see the right person. You're going to do the right thing.
Okay, so it's going to be a kind of all-round insight then from the sounds of this.
Yeah, so it's only 50 minutes that I've got, and there's so much information that you could share. I'm a military instructor. My day-to-day job is taking people through command leadership training and stuff like that. So in environments for them to progress through their ranks. So like I say, my knowledge in that area is massive, and then it's being able to break that down so that it's quite one of the hardest, toughest things I've ever had to do for teaching, actually. Being able to break down what I talk about all the time into civvy speak, and then making it into the hypnosis sort of lingo as well. But most importantly, like I say, it's so that information gets passed over, and then I sound like I'm a broken record a little bit now.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? It's like, breaking down all the core skills, breaking down the information, where it is, what they would have been going through, what sort of things would have been happening on the front line, which it is that they would have experienced. So then when it's happening, why is it that because usually they're not worried about the incident that's happened right there. So that's one of the things. So what is it? What is the extra sort of part of it, and why? And like I said, I've got a friend who actually survived an IED blast who's going to be sharing a bit of information during that presentation too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's going to be plenty crammed in there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and like I say, it's an absolute pleasure to be delivering it on the day that we are. So.
Well, we very much look forward to having you there in November. And so, as usual, anyone who would like to come and hear Graham speak at the convention in November can purchase tickets at the convention website, which is ukhypnosisconvention.co.uk. And just to finish off, Graham, it's been really nice speaking to you. I'd like to thank you for your time this evening, and I very much look forward to meeting you in person in November.
Yeah, I look forward to it too. It's good, this will be my third year there now. It's been so good, especially after hours. If you don't know what to expect, just get ready to be starstruck by seeing the people you've trained off online, seeing all that sort of stuff, noticing that they're all humans and they all like to have a good party too. And also having some of the best information passed around as well. So I can't recommend it enough.
Which very often happens out of hours. Thank you very much again for your time, and we will see you in November.
Absolutely. I look forward to it. Take care.
Thank you, Graham. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.